Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Hyphenate here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to control your Nanlite Forza 60B Lite with the Nanlink mobile app. Now the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your Forza 60B firmware updated. If you don't know how to do that, I do have a video on this channel that shows you that process, and I have a link for that in the description. Now that you have your Lite updated, we're going to go ahead and launch the Nanlink app. So make sure you have that downloaded on your device. Now at the time of this recording, unfortunately, it's only available on Apple devices. It's not available on Android yet. So now we're going to launch the app. Now in the main menu, you have scenes. Now you see here, I have one that already says black room with 2 fixtures. Don't worry about that. That's actually for the Pablo tubes back here. It's very important to know that if you're using the app, you need to create a scene first, and then you add whatever fixtures you want. A fixture is a light. So the Forza 60B is considered a fixture. The 2 Pablo tubes behind me are each considered a fixture. If I wanted to, I could add this fixture, the Forza 60B, into my black room scene, which has the Pablo tubes behind me, and I can control all 3 together. But for this video, I'm going to keep it simple, and we're going to create a new scene to control just the Forza 60B. So we're going to click on the menu on the top left corner, and then click New Scene. And we're going to call this Forza 60B1. Click Create. Now, if you look at the right of the Forza 60B1 scene, you see fixtures 0. So we're going to go ahead and click on that scene, and now we're going to add this fixture. So we're going to click on the plus symbol in the middle. Now you can connect Nanlite devices either via Bluetooth or 2.4G. It depends on the device. Newer devices have both options. Some older devices only have the 2.4G. For example, the C Pablo Tube series or the Mixpanel 150, etc. The Forza 60B has Bluetooth available, though again, it's only accessible if you do the firmware update. If you want to use the 2.4G option, you actually have to get an additional separate wireless transmitter device made by Nanlite that the lights connect to via 2.4G, and then that device connects to the app. But again, the Forza 60B has both options. I'm going to go to Bluetooth. That's the easiest one. Now here, it's going to pop up any lights that are discoverable, that are available. You're seeing right now that only one light popped up, which is this Forza 60B, and not the Pablo tubes behind me. That's because any fixture that gets connected to a scene, no matter what device it is, whether it's this device or another one, it then becomes locked to that scene. So that Bluetooth is no longer discoverable. You can't end up connecting these Pablo tubes to this scene. If you want to end up hooking up lights to another scene, you have to manually reset the Bluetooth on each individual device. So I would have to go into these Pablo tubes, reset the Bluetooth, then if they were on, they would pop up here as Bluetooth options. But again, sticking to the Forza 60B, that's the only one that popped up because that's the only light that I have on right now that's not already set to a scene. We're going to select that and click Done. Now, when it sets up the fixture, you're going to see here that now in this scene, it shows you a list of fixtures. We only have the one. If we click on Forza 60B, that's how we enter the menu in here for that light. Now, sometimes it'll take a couple seconds, and sometimes it'll turn on to a different brightness, etc. But once you're in here, now you see that you can adjust the parameters. At the top, it says CCT mode. And if you click on that, that's when you can change the different modes. The Forza 60B only has CCT mode and effect mode. Now, other lights like the Pablo tubes will have more modes available. So now on CCT mode, if I move the brightness up, you see dim, now it's at 1%. Now it turned on to 1%. If I slide this over to a higher output, you see it gets very bright. We're gonna keep it at 1% for now. So dim is for output power, then CCT is for your color temperature. So we can go ahead and change that, 2700 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin. And the app will make sure that it gives you the parameters of that individual fixture. So if you have a light that goes up to 10,000 Kelvin, then the slider would move up to that amount. We're gonna go ahead and make this 5600 Kelvin to match the room. And then you see to the right of dim, there's a little switch that says 2 sec, that's for 2 seconds. If you click on that, you turn off the unit and it turns off within 2 seconds. Now, if we click it again, it's going to turn on within 2 seconds. So if you're getting ready for a scene, but you want to make sure that all your settings are ready, but you want to save battery power, or you want to just make sure that the lights are not on because you don't need them on yet, you can go ahead and turn it off. It'll actually shut off the power here, but the light stays on connected via Bluetooth. So when you're ready to go, you just turn it on. Now towards the top right, you see a little fan symbol and it says on. That's the fan that's built into the actual unit. If you click on that, you can actually turn off the fan, and now it's going silent. If I want to turn it on, and now the fan's back on. So now let's go into effects. So click on CCT mode, and now you can click on effect. Now under effect mode, now you see CCT loop. If you click on that, now you have a sub menu of all the different effects that you can do on this light. So let's go ahead and click on candle fire. You have a lot of different parameters. The different effects will give you different parameters to adjust. So here on the candle fire, let's go ahead and change the dim from 16% to 35%. So that's now the lowest output power being 16%, the highest output being 35%. We could change the speed. Let's make it faster. Let's turn on the flicker. We can change the color temperature because if this is candle fire, 6500 does not look right. So now this looks more proper, 2700 Kelvin. Let's change a different mode. Let's go to explosion. Again, different parameters you can change. If you want to go to manual trigger, you see where it says trigger, click on manual, and now I can press the button for it to fire off. So boom, boom. So it's really cool. There are a lot of different things that you can do in the app. Pretty much everything you can do on the actual device, you can do here on the app. And it does make things easier so you don't have to be back there, and you can actually set things to be how you want them to be when you want them to go off. All right, so now let's go back to 1% output power at 5600 Kelvin. So now let's say you want to save presets, so that way you can recall those presets whenever you want. If you are shooting in a similar environment various times throughout different days, and you always want to make sure that the light goes to the exact same setup you had before, you can save a preset that'll save all the parameters. So that way you just click one button and it recalls, and you can save many different presets. So let's say, for example, I want to save this preset. I know that I want to shoot something in this room all the time with 1% output power, 5600 Kelvin. All you got to do is click the little heart plus symbol, name it whatever you want. So I'm going to call this day 1 because it's daylight color temperature and 1%. So click confirm. Now preset is saved. Now let's say I go and I shoot something else and I have a whole different setup. Let's say I'm at 42% output power, 2700 Kelvin. I finish that shoot, I turn it off. Now that's the last setting that was set. I come back here, turn it on. That's the current setting. All I got to do is click on the CCT mode, go down to where it says preset, and there you'll see a list of all the different presets that you have saved. So I'm going to select day 1. It's highlighted, click enter. And now we are at the actual settings that we saved. 1%, 5600 Kelvin. And you can save presets with effects as well. So if you have a certain effect that you know you want to be able to get to anytime, save that preset. Now, it's important to know that your presets will save all the parameters, but it does not save whether the fan is on or off. The fan will always come back on every time you turn it on, and then you have to manually turn off the fan either on the device or here through the app. Now, that's pretty much how you control the Forza 60B with the Nanlink app. Now, you do have more flexibility, more options available to you. For example, if you wanted to connect multiple lights, multiple Forza 60B fixtures, or a combination of different fixtures like the Pavel tubes, the Forza 60B, and other lights, etc. But for this video, that's gonna wrap it up. I do have other tutorials that I'm gonna be releasing soon that are a little bit more complex, so make sure that you guys stay tuned. Again, to be able to control the Forza 60B with the Nanlink app, you definitely need to do the firmware update, and I do have a video for that on this channel, link in the description. If you guys are interested in getting this light and or any of the other products that I use, I do have links in the description where you can purchase them. It doesn't change the price that you get it at, but it does help this channel. Please make sure to drop a like on this video, drop a comment below if you have any questions, and please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming soon. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.